Hi, my name is Joe Crabe. I'm the writer-director of Empty Nest.
My name is Sean Meldrum, and I am the producer of Empty Nest.
My name is Erica Hill, and I am playing Allison.
My name is Stephanie Moran, and I play Mackenzie.
Empty Nest is a short horror film about a young artist named Allison who is forced to move home with her parents and comes to figure out that there is something sinister happening in her childhood home.
Joe and I have always been collaborators, except in a very different capacity. He's always been on one side of the camera, and I've been in front of the camera. And on this time, Joe came and said, "Do you want to join me on that side of the camera?"
Then he kind of sent me some ideas and said, how do you feel about this idea? How do you feel about this concept? And I was into it.
As a horror fan myself, I read the script and there was just so many layers and I had so many questions.
For me, it was a kind of a close connection with the idea of home and kind of what coming home means.
To me, it's about a millennial's worst fear of following your dream and then failing miserably and then having to go back to your old life with your tail between your legs.
It draws a lot on sort of the pressures of having to succeed and having to make a living.
There's this new genre called smart horror, and I think this film really fits into that, where there's all these layers and it's a lot more elevated than your standard slasher film.
It asks some big questions, and any art that asks questions and doesn't necessarily provide answers is art that I want to be a part of.
Making this film was a really incredible experience. It had a lot of things that were very personal to me involved in the process. For instance, we shot it in and around my parents' house, which was a lot to subject them to. I think they enjoyed it.
It was very intimate, kind of 2 days. The crew and cast was very small, but we spent a ton of time together. We talked a lot about the dialogue. We talked a lot about the story.
It was like a bunch of friends working together to make a really cool project.
Being in post-production, Empty Nest has this project shot. It is in editing, and the idea of this campaign is to push us that little extra way to make sure that we have the best completed project that we can.
The two main challenges we have ahead for us are completing post-production and submitting the completed film to film festivals.
There's this huge saturation in the short film market, and so not only is it important to get it in front of people, but also to get it in front of the right people.
So to do that, we need to raise all of our money from crowdfunding, and 100% of what we raise will be going to cover those two main costs.
And I think that with just a tiny little bit of help, that this could really have gigantic legs, and I think it could be a really wonderful piece of art, and I would love for it to have that opportunity to live and breathe and roar, and with your help, you can help us roar.
Thank you so much for checking out our campaign. Please go below to donate if you want to. We have a series of incredible perks that we hope will make it worthwhile, in addition to supporting all of the lovely people that worked on this production. Thank you so much.